number 3, the Women's Royal Rumble match. All right, so, man, so many great fun moments in this Royal Rumble match. Bianca Belair, like I said, she was on fire with her performance. The huge pop that Trish Stratus got. The returning Alexa Bliss, who got the biggest pop of them all. Man, there was so much great fun in this match. We got to see so many great NXT talent. Stephanie Vaquer, Julia. We got to see, who else in this match? Roxanne Perez go all the way and break the all-time record for the longest appearance in a Royal Rumble match, going to the top final 2. Even Charlotte Flair, like I said, got a big pop and everything. Nia Jax was used well as a monster. I wish it would have been more dramatic in the end, and I think that's why I had to take this thing down. The Women's Royal Rumble was fun, but I just felt there was nothing really about that final, when it came down to the final 2 and just the way they executed Charlotte Flair winning. I gotta bring it down, basically. It's better than what I thought about the 4th ranking on this list, but yeah, this ending was kind of very anticlimactic. You didn't have this big face-off of Charlotte Flair hanging it up there with Io Sky, Alexa Bliss, Bianca Belair, and I think that's only because WWE clearly knew that these women were going to get bigger reactions than even Charlotte Flair, and they did not want to hang with that. So let's have Nia dump out everyone's favorites and then have it come down where Nia gets eliminated, gets a big pop, and then I guess they felt safe with Roxanne Perez because most of the main WWE, main roster WWE audience is not yet familiar with Roxanne Perez, so you end up getting that there. Overall though, it was still fun. Like I said, it was my first ever Royal Rumble match I saw in person, and it was a blast. It was great to see Trish Stratus, 25 years that she had been around in WWE, both as a full-timer and part-timer, and I finally got to see Trish Stratus wrestle in person. That was fantastic. So yeah, a lot of great fun moments, but unfortunately the ending took it down. Not so much because Charlotte Flair won. I expected her or Bianca Belair to be the ones to win this match. I knew we were going to get, they were the only two in this one that were former Royal Rumble winners, and I thought they were the only two that had a big shot, because you gotta imagine they're heading towards a Tiffany Stratton versus Charlotte Flair match and a Rhea Ripley versus Bianca Belair match, hopefully. So yeah, I knew Charlotte Flair was going to most likely win, but I wish they would have been more dramatic about that. And that being said too as well, I think a lot of people are hating. They think that it's going to go the same route it went with Bianca Belair, or with Charlotte Flair and Rhea Ripley, because when Rhea Ripley lost that match, it took a long time for her to recover, and then she finally got her win back against Charlotte Flair at WrestleMania 39, and I think that's what people are thinking. Is this being done to put Tiffany Stratton on a higher level, or bring her down to make Charlotte Flair look good? We shall see. Hopefully this is being used as Tiffany Stratton to go over the main established star that's been over right now for 10 years, and this is going to be used to help make her, as she is the future. And I will say this too, even looking back on Rhea Ripley, even if she did beat Charlotte Flair, I look at it and it's like, I don't know if her character work was on par compared to where it is now. Like, sure, she would have been able to give us good matches, but would she really have connected with the audience the way she does now? So by it taking a while, and I thought they could have done more with Rhea Ripley eventually joining the Judgment Day and developing that character was huge for her, and she did get the win, and she did feel like she was on a whole other level when she did beat Charlotte Flair. And then after that, if you look at Rhea Ripley's whole, entire character, if you look at Rhea Ripley's whole time as champion, a lot of people complain that WWE did not build up enough stars to be credible for her, and she didn't defend the title as much, but people still loved her reign because she was carried by her character work. I don't think if you give her that type of title reign, I don't think her character work was enough to cover it. back then. So perhaps maybe WWE did make the right decision having Charlotte Flair go over at that particular time, because now Rhea Ripley is able to have that better character work. So kind of looking back on it, but does that mean I want to see it again? No, I do hope Tiffany Stratton is going over at WrestleMania 41 over Charlotte Flair. And if she doesn't, I mean, it is what it is. You all know what to expect from the past 10 years of how Charlotte Flair has been booked. But nonetheless, a fun women's Royal Rumble match that I think was only really hurt by not having a more dramatic end, even with Charlotte Flair going over.